Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Darksiders 3. That will become more natural to say as we go on. As I recall, we just crossed into a brand new area where we met Vulgrim and said, hey, this is a great point to call it quits, and now it's a great point to get started from. Oh, I don't like those little children with their bombs. Yep. Okay, so...
These are definitely not children.
True. Well, they might still be children, actually. But I'm going to go on record as saying I bet that's going to be a climbable wall once we have something with which to climb it. So watch out for an upgrade on that. I think there might be a shard down there. Maybe we'll swing down and get it. Once there's a fewer bombs coming down on us. Oh, little monster, you chose the wrong platform. I don't like running from a fight, but I'm not sure how to get up higher to challenge those guys that are above. So while I'm running through this little tunnel here, I saw that Deep Rock Galactic is... Okay. I see that tripwire. I'm not going to walk in that. Don't worry, we'll get to see what happens when I cross one.
I sense these foul brats don't want us here.
In any event, Deep Rock Galactic is free to play this weekend on Steam, so I am hoping that I'll have a chance to check that out with some friends. That has been long on the list of games that I have and would really like to check out, but specifically in a co-op. Get back here. Okay. There we go. That's the grab move I was trying to do. I'm trying to get a little bit more comfortable with the timing for that. Why? Oh. I did not see that guy there. Nope, more hitting. There we go. Hello to More Than a Mia. Yeah, I was just mentioning Deep Rock Galactic. So for anyone who doesn't know the premise of the game, Deep Rock Galactic was shown off years ago. Like a shockingly long time ago for something that is still at this time rated as an early access game. But it's not one of those early access games that sort of made a big splash and then just sort of took people's money. It has been in active development for a long time, and they are mostly at this point just filling out end game stuff. The premise of the game is that you are a dwarf, as in like a fantasy dwarf, living in outer space and mining out the inside of very large asteroids, which parenthetically also have like lots of monsters and stuff in them. So from what little I know, having not played it myself, there's different character classes that you can play as you recover the Morkite, I believe it's called, and bring that back up. You will basically, as you complete missions successfully, you level up your character, and it's all co-op, which is one of the things that I like. I really like cooperative games, you know, player versus environment, team up with your friends. That, for as long as I have lived, has been my preferred style of play. So, yeah, hopefully get a chance to check that out this weekend with some folks. Okay, so we found some pretty good stuff in here and did not set off a single tripwire, I don't think. I think they set off some tripwires, but I think Fury made it out unscathed from stationary traps. It does raise the question, though, like, can I touch these off without getting damaged? Like, I haven't even bothered trying to. Yeah, I don't think so. And also, can I get up onto that big skeleton? I don't see a path. At least not a clear one. Like, there's a staircase there, but it's behind enough fencing that I don't think she can wriggle through. And I'm just now noticing that the actual skull on the compass is pointing back that way. So I'm going to go... There we go. That's what happens if you trigger a trip mine. For anyone who wondered, it blows up. Very sinister conversation. Ladies of the wood back there. Yep. Oh, don't worry. I'm coming for you, buddy. Okay, I feel like there's one left. There it is. God damn it. Okay. Okay. Now we're up above skeleton zone. Okay. So maybe this wasn't a waste. Maybe this was the way that I had to go. Well, let's get rid of some of this webbing. And we have a climbable wall that I cannot climb. Oh, wait, hold on. I should have been paying more attention to what was happening in the amphitheater or museum. Whatever this is supposed to be. Because we have dropped a chandelier that is clearly jumpable. But jumpable from where? Because I certainly can't get up on top of that dinosaur from here. So... Also, this may not actually be climbable, now that I look at it, because where would you climb to? Well, we can see some scaffolding over there on the other side, so... Oh, you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably swing on that with the rope whip. Is there anything back here? No. So this door is closed. Okay. Try to make it out of here without stepping on this tripwire. Okay, and yeah, that's right above. So I think what I should do here is do a double jump and then maybe swing. Okay. Nope. Okay, no worries. The PA system in this museum is pretty badass, because apparently what touched it off if there was a visitor present was if the visitor was walking on top of the Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. Is there any place for me to get from over there? Doesn't look like it. How would I get over there? I might be able to run on the tail? This seems unlikely, but... Okay, okay. More likely than I thought. Can I get up there now? Jump, jump, and... Yo! Okay. That seemed a little unlikely, but I figured I'd give it a shot. I would love a way to disarm those tripwires, because every time I walk into one, I'm going to feel like a big dummy. I have to say, it is yet another way in which Fury's hair fire is really good, because the light that it casts off does tend to make the tripwires stand out a lot more. So there's got to be something more to this than... Oh, I can get up on top of the thing from here. Okay. Rule 12, always turn around. Okay, be able to get over here pretty easily. Now I can get to the scaffolding on the left. I just want to see if there's anything over here. Doesn't look like it. Okay. Okay, we can go down there. I think there's some children down there to beat to death. And also up here.
Tag the Ritz.
So, are these the corrupted souls of children, or are they simply monsters that look like children and sort of act like children? That's a rhetorical question. I'm just sort of like wondering. Okay, this looks like a whole other area. And in fact, that looks like the way to go. So let me go explore the other space that we came from. Watch the tripwires. Yep. Okay, I'm super glad I came back, because that was right there for the taking. Okay, we're gonna just go look down here, because it looks like there's at least a shard. Oh, and some sort of bad monster. I have no formal healing. Let's queue up some healing shards. Oh, nice! I wasn't actually thinking of that. Really try to dodge. Okay, that's fine. Wow, that thing hits hard. Okay, I can't use another healing shard just yet, and I cannot survive a hit from that thing. So we're gonna die in midair like a champion. It's okay. As with all things, the progress that was made is going to make getting back to where we were pretty quick. And I have 0 souls because I lost them all from dying. And also, I'm just now noticing that there's a shard up there, which I cannot reach from this location at all. Okay, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Part of me would be curious to see what a, like, percentage completion on this playthrough is going to look like, and part of me would really dread it, because I don't think that we're going to get most of it. You know what? This is as good a time as any to go down and get the shards that are down here. I thought maybe we would circle around for it, but especially that silver of adamantine, as far as I know, that is a crafting material. And that's the second one that we've picked up this episode. There might even be enough now to further upgrade the fire chains. Oh, there we go. I was looking at some of the... So, this episode is being recorded, it turns out, about 3 weeks before the release of the next Stellaris expansion pack, which is called Federations. I loved Stellaris so much. I really, really like Stellaris. It is such an awesome sci-fi story generator with the ability to play as pretty much any sort of race or... civilization style that you can possibly dream up, and you just get to see what it's like. Ricardio, thank you so much. Hello and good evening to you as well. Yeah, I love Stellaris, and I'm really, really looking forward to Federations, but Stellaris is an example of a game that... Okay, gotta look out for those tripwires. I used to be good at that. Stellaris is one of those games that me personally, I have not figured out how to stream it. The game is, and I say this as a fan, I really, really like Stellaris. The game is almost impossibly boring to look at. I've described it to Mia when I've sort of, like, I've told her these fantastic stories about things that happen in the game. There was this one time that an elder god in Stellaris genetically modified my entire species' home system to basically make them into zombified versions of themselves, and to collapse the star in my home solar system into a black hole, and turned a large chunk of my people into basically necrotized zombie versions that could only really flourish on dead, irradiated tomb worlds. That's an awesome story to happen in your 4X strategy game, but the way it actually plays out, crap, no, don't die. Don't die to this fucking child. Okay. The way that it plays out on screen basically looks like a big spreadsheet at all times. I actually like the way that it looks because of how much it communicates, but in terms of trying to show it to another human being, it really is like, let me show you my Pokemon, and they are just numbers on a screen. Nope, nope, damn it. That was not the jump button. Oh, sorry, Ricardio's asking what I'm playing right now. This is Darksiders 3. It is... we're fairly early in. You'll see here we're playing as... The playable character in this one is Fury. In Darksiders 1 it was War. In Darksiders 2 it was Death. And the two other Horsemen of the Apocalypse in this continuity are Fury, who you see here with her awesome fiery hair, and Strife, who I suspect is not going to be directly featured in this game, but is a main character and playable in Darksiders Genesis. Okay, let me go over here. So, it was the monster down these stairs that really kicked my butt real good last time, so... mostly what I want to do is get the little kid with the bombs, and then we can take on the big bot. Okay, we're a little ahead of the game now. Crap, crap, crap! Okay. I feel like that was 30% towards competent. Okay, yes. Hold on just 1 second, everybody. I apologize. Just 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Just try to keep the game moving at all times, but every once in a while something comes off camera that does require a spot of attention. We are all set. And I mean, of course, metaphorical camera. You're not missing a face cam here. Yeah, so Ricardio, just to sort of catch up on some of the game mechanics, this flame jump that you see, this was not available at the beginning of the game. It's one of the upgrades that we've picked up. If you haven't previously seen a Darksiders game, the elevator pitch is, imagine Zelda with a jackass little kid that throws bombs at you, but also imagine Zelda with a really tightly punctuated combat system and lots of like super cool upgrades, and in this game a structure that is kind of a little bit like a Dark Souls game. When you die, you lose whatever souls or currency that you had on you. You do not lose inventory items, and if you can make it back to where you died and shatter the souls, you can sort of recollect them, which is what happens next. These little kids are a relatively new enemy type. And mostly what they do is sort of lurk slightly outside your range and try to lead you into the tripwires that they have seeded around this area. Okay, now I have got to sort out my dodge versus attack buttons. Dodge, attack. They're right there. I've actually thought about, like, remapping, but usually a game is designed with a particular control set in mind, and you change up the buttons and their assignments at your own risk. You know, you might wind up with something that feels more natural, but otherwise isn't balanced in a way to make that... Okay. I haven't killed the kid. Yeah, we're gonna wait for an attack. Okay, I didn't wait enough. Dodge. Come on, do your thing. Okay. I am trying to heal. Dodge! Okay. Oh. Boy, I can't wait to fight clumps of those. This, by the way, is how you get your souls back after you die. Smash that. All the souls that Fury had on her. And I could have done that at any time. I was mostly focused on trying to do that. The fragment of adamantine that you see there is a crafting material that we can use at the blacksmith, for lack of a better phrase, to upgrade Fury's equipment. And yes, that was the only purpose in being here. So now we can go what appears to be the real way. You'll see a compass, Ricardo. You'll see a moron right there. Actually, what she's looking at. What I was going to say is that there's a compass up at the top that generally helps to point the direction towards your main objective. And the... Hold on, I think I might be dead in real life. Don't worry, we don't... Like, one of the nice things about this structure is we don't have to fight all those dudes again. I mean, we have to fight a couple of them, but I don't have to fight the big guy who was full of death, because we've left that area and the souls will be accessible. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Actually, you know what I could have said to a lot of it? The structure of this game is generally similar to Jedi Fallen Order, because I know that you were here for that. With the primary difference being that you're playing a flame-headed Horseman of the Apocalypse who fights with an awesome chain whip instead of a young Padawan who fights with a lightsaber. Okay, mostly I just want to make it through this, but these guys do have souls on them. At least the bombs don't do a lot of damage, on average. You know, they're irritating, but it's not like, you know, losing a ton of health to them. Okay, let's make a beeline up there. Whippy Smashy, yes. I think that should be its name, actually. I just need to do the whippy swingy. What am I doing wrong? Oh, maybe I'm not triple jumping. For anybody who's watching this close to airtime, as of tomorrow, Mia should be doing... I don't remember if it's episode 5 or 6 of Alan Wake, but she is nearing the end of the main story. And we were talking in Petiken's stream at twitch.tv/PETIEKEN. He was playing some Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and in chat, I was asking about the DLC chapters. Because I will say... for me, I was not intending to do the DLC chapters in our full playthrough of Alan Wake. I thought, maybe it's going to be like a side story or a second character. I wasn't sure how integral to the story it was going to be. And then did wind up doing them based on the events and learning that it is...
What manner of hoarder do we have here?
Mistress, your talisman. Be wary.
Oh, okay. When she says hoarder, I'm thinking greed. I just realized that I didn't finish an earlier sentence, which was, the main thrust of this game so far is tracking down the 7 deadly sins, and I know that we got Envy. I'm actually not sure if we killed Wrath, because I didn't see him get soaked up into an amulet at the end.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
So, I think that I am going to feed souls. This is the most tempted I've been to buy some healing items, but we can always backtrack and do some farming if we need to. The other thing I'm going to do is take this opportunity to bounce back to Maker's Forge. We've picked up a lot of that adamantine stuff. I want to see if we can upgrade any weapons. It's also, like, checking with Jones and, like, this other woman here.
You and these humans are welcome here.
Actually, I see that Jones is not present.
What do you need, horseman? Aiming to lay down a mighty hurt, are we?
Okay, so we can upgrade the Barbs of Scorn or the Chains of Scorn. I certainly do most of my work with the Barbs of Scorn. That's from 96 to 105, and this is from 101 to 109. You know something? I'm going to try to keep these generally equal. Then again, I don't get a refund on these, do I? But I really don't want to out-level one thing when another thing might also be useful, so I'm going to try to keep things balanced.
Possible, but now you're even deadlier. Interesting. All
Okay.
right.
Did I get
Let's
enough
see what I can
to
do for
upgrade this? I did! Okay, so we can do our first upgrade. Now, if we look on the screen here, this upgrade tree is, is organized a little bit like a branching path, except neither demonic nor angelic artifacts have been so plentiful that I feel like I have a lot of choice in which way I go. So, I'm not sure that I am going to save these at the time. Yeah, I guess we're going to find out right now if going the angelic path reduces the opportunities to go on the demonic path. Then again, I'm looking on this. So the angelic path boosts up health, whereas the demonic one boosts up damage. At the moment, I'd rather have health, so I feel good about this.
Possible, but now you're even deadlier.
Okay, yeah, so the demonic side is now closed off, and I don't know if there's a way to roll back on that, but I do not regret the decision. Yeah, even this one. You know what? Maybe I should have done the upgrade on this one, but it is too late now. The thing I like about this one is that when doing damage with the Unfocused Chaos returns the damage as health. So anything I can do to boost that up would just improve our survivability. But straight up health boost is also very useful.
eating. Please take your time.
Yeah, Atrium of Greed. I have some predictions on which of the seven deadly sins we're about to see.
There wasn't much that the humans got right, but they did know art.
What?
Frankly, I think it's one of the reasons that the angels were so jealous of them. Have you ever seen one of those birds paint?
You're talking about art. Now. Here.
It's a museum. Well, certainly, we have our mission. I'm just saying.
Some people have no appreciation for the finer things in life.
Avarice.
Fury. Welcome to my Hall of Treasure. Unfortunately, you forgot to pay the entrance fee. Your life.
Take it if you dare, wretch!
Even your death is not enough for me, horseman.
Okay, I don't know how to deal with that yet.
All hunts must come to
Okay,
their inevitable
hold on.
bloody end.
So I clearly need to dodge way earlier on that jump attack.
Your glorious head is my greatest prize.
Okay, I can't seem to turn off Fury mode, so that sucks. I guess I'll just let the bar run down, having accomplished nothing.
All fall prey to avarice in time.
Damn it! Dodge. Wait, maybe I need to stand still so that I can get the perfect dodge. Wait, I don't like that. Oh, he's got a weapon now. Okay.
Cornered. Finally.
Man. Okay, I know he's gonna throw it. What? Wait, no. What has happened? Okay, I'm not on fire, and I didn't get to use my ability. What the... Okay, something real bad has happened. Hold on a second. It's like I unequipped my ability. I really want this on me. I have no idea. I'm so sorry, everybody. Boy, this is disappointing. So, here's the weapon, right? Yep. I can press A. I can press B, but that takes me out of it. So, specifically I've unequipped the Flame Hollow. Where is that? Hold on. Hollows. Equip. Activate L, left button and B. Why would I ever not want that on? Okay. I learned something. I don't know what. I learned how to make a mistake. Yep. I'm just gonna let him get it out of his system here for a second.
Even your death is not enough for me, horseman.
Dodge. Dodge! Oh, God, I hate this. Okay.
Great Amaranth is time!
Okay, I, again, can't turn that off. Nope. Okay, it's not too bad for a first try. You know, bear in mind that we're playing on a more challenging mode. It's not normal. It's, I think it might actually be called challenging.
Even your death is not enough for me, horseman.
You will fall.
You know something? I think that might have been what Braith was talking about in a previous episode, that you can toggle your flame core on and off. Although now it's not working. Left bumper and B, right? Jesus. I swear to God, I dodged that early. He's got such a long windup, and I am missing the opportunity to dodge it.
All hearts must come to their inevitable bloody end.
Dodge. Okay. Better.
Even your death is not enough for me, horseman.
Come here. Okay, maybe I'm just not being aggressive. I'm trying to do too many counterattacks. The thing is... Okay, he's got his bathtub. The benefit of the counterattack is that it allows me to focus on doing the dodge and so forth, because it's a lot easier, I find, to get
Finally,
caught if I'm watching my own attack animations and not his wind-up. Jesus. Yeah, that wasn't going to go my way. So, question, why did I accidentally toggle off Flame Core and now I can't do it on purpose? Left bumper and B. Is it left trigger and B? No. Wait, what did I do? Why did that suddenly work? Maybe you hold it. Hold on. Okay. And I think the reason that I care about that is that it would allow the opportunity to do her mega attack instead of the immolation attack, which, frankly, isn't super useful right here. Because he just jumps away.
all hearts must come to their inevitable bloody end.
Okay, I thought maybe I'd do the flame jump attack on him. That did not work out well. I have a smaller... Yeah. Where did he go?
Even your death is not enough for me, Hoffman.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Just get away from him.
You will be my greatest trophy.
Oh, come on.
Your gloriousness is my greatest pride.
I can't hit him. It's probably not a great idea because it doesn't seem to do that much damage, but at least it's possible. So I need to stay away from him for basically a minute and a half to use one more healing item. So I'm going to hope that that pillar is a lot stronger than it looks.
I'll take it all.
I'm gonna be a big coward here again. Maybe hold out for a few more seconds. I really want to use that healing item. Okay, the pillar does in fact smash. Good to know. Okay. I didn't know I had so many healing shards. Alright, so I think generally speaking, if I can avoid taking dumb, pointless hits at the very beginning, then the ones that I have a harder time avoiding later on won't feel quite so deadly. Like that. Like that hit right there.
is not enough.
I don't think his attack patterns are that complicated, but I am just having a rough time. And then as soon as I stop attacking, that's when he decides that he's just gonna like walk away and not do his attack. So it's like I'm pretty consistently guessing incorrectly on what my timing should be. I think the header image to this video should just be a bathtub hitting Fury square in the jaw.
You will be my greatest trophy.
I think the next time he comes down, I'm going to try to use Fury mode. Wrath mode? Nope. That's not the one. I swear to God, I'm trying to use a heal. Oh, okay.
Enjoy your collection, Avarice. For one final time.
Mine.
Do you know what that heart is worth?
One sinner's life. Who needs a museum when you can carry a collection in this?
Ugh, Philistine.
Oh, come on. There was so many... There was a lot of stuff to pick up in that museum room. I was deliberately ignoring it because I was fighting Avarice.
Welcome again, Fury.
It's not like I had a choice in the matter. Do you kidnap all your guests?
You would not be so disrespectful if you knew the true power I give you. Your battle with Avarice proved you value your mission above material possessions. You are ready for stronger tools of destruction.
Another toy for me to play with. You're far too generous.
The Storm Hollow. Use it wisely.
Why not give me all your gifts and get it over with, if you're so keen to arm one of the horsemen?
Be gone!
Fury, here is a gift. Now I shall laugh sinisterly as I send you on your way. Okay, so I think this is what Braith was alluding to, because now you can go back to normal, go to flame, or go to storm mode. I am concerned that I'm not going to be very good at switching between these different modes. I'm overall very happy that I got to come back here and pick up all this stuff. Ooh, oh, wait. What's Luminous Visage? Is that a new skin? I think it is. Do I have any enhancements here? No, not yet. That didn't answer my question, though. Nope, okay. Just the 2 so far. Oh, hey, that's a second demonic artifact. We can go upgrade the other core. Oh, so there's something that I keep forgetting to bring up, and I apologize to the person who sent this in. Somebody noted, so we sort of celebrated in an earlier episode that Twitch had finally worked out their problems with the collections tab here on Twitch, because for a long time, like months, you couldn't actually browse to the many collections that my producers put together. And eventually they did fix that, or so we thought. It does work in that you can... Wait, what is this? There was a tooltip that came up on the screen, and I did not see what it was. So you can reach the collections tab. What somebody wrote in, it was a private message, they pointed out you cannot get past episode 25, or at least that was true at the time, and I'm just now realizing that I've forgotten to look. So for some of our longer series that had more than 25 episodes, if you want to watch episode 26, you sort of have to, like, clumsily browse to it. You can't see it natively in the browser window. So, yeah, that sucks. I mean, unfortunately, I don't have any advice except to acknowledge that it is true. So I have no souls, and it came up and said something about, like, going to the next deadly sin. But I guess at the moment what I'll do is just follow the skull, which is currently pointing this way. Gosh, some other people wrote in, and I have been really remiss in, like, acknowledging that. We'll get this. There is a... Okay, that looks like... It looks like not a very useful pit. So as it turns out, there's literally no reason ever not to have at least one of your hollows equipped. Okay, not no reason ever, because you can do a special attack with this. We can see a climbable wall here. Yeah, it is very disappointing. Like, you can find the other episodes, but, like, they don't appear in the list. Twitch is a work in progress sometimes. Okay, so the skull is pointing this way. I suddenly want to stand under a waterfall with the electric hair and see if it, like, sparks and, like, arcs electricity all over the place, because that would be really fun. I think Twitch is twitchy. That should be the motto of the website, Mia. I think that's about as good as it gets. Okay, hey, this is the thing that we saw and couldn't touch before. Healing Shard. Okay, we've unlocked 2 doors, and I can see a prize at the end of one of them. I should have known. Okay, stairs, but let me just go look in the other direction. Okay, and this is just back where Vulgrim is.
What would you ask of this humble farewell for now?
You know something? Let me go see if we can do any meaningful upgrades to the storm pike here.
Please take your time.
I really like the fact that when you select serpent holes, it automatically goes to the Maker's Forge. It's like the game understands, the developers understand where's the most likely place they're going to want to go, and then just, you know, auto-select it for you. That is very neat.
How can my hammer be of service, Fury? All right.
Okay, so first of all, we can
Let's see what I can
upgrade
do for you.
this. Oh, okay, so we actually do have an option because I've picked up some more angelic artifacts. I could up the damage from this weapon returned as health to 2%, which frankly I like a lot more than Havoc Form duration. Havoc Form duration is real nice, don't get me wrong, but I feel like this is just a more sustainable playstyle. It's in this case going to double the amount of health we get returned. The other alternative would be to save it up for this, which would further increase her health. You know something? I'm going to save my angelic artifacts for this. I take it back, because a higher base health, I don't know how many angelic artifacts there are in the world, and I would much rather focus on that. So what we're going to do down here is I'm going to upgrade this one with my demonic artifacts, and that's going to increase my Havoc Form duration like that.
Interesting. Aiming to lay down a
Now, in terms of the
mighty
Lance of Scorn, yeah.
I didn't think it was possible, but now you're even deadlier. Interesting. Take care, and watch your back. Eh?
I really like games where you can sort of switch between different styles or stances on the fly. Doing so in the middle of combos always feels very impressive, but I feel like I'd have to play a lot more before I get comfortable with doing that. Now, normally in about 8 minutes, we'd be prepping up for twitch.tv/Mr. Binky to come on, where he would most likely be continuing his own playthrough of Darksiders Genesis, but he will not be streaming tonight, or at least that was the plan as of last night. He had said that he has some work stuff that's going to keep him off stream, so we will probably be going for a little while longer. Here, okay. I feel like there was a point in time where I sort of had the dodge down. I kind of feel like at this point I should just take a nice strategic death and get all my healing items back. There is no option at Vulgrim to, like, just refill healing items. I am not going down there to face that guy. I have trouble with those guys when I have a full set of heal. Okay, you know what? We're gonna let it ride here. Yep. That's pretty much the way that I thought. So that's me dodging too early. I know I do it, but when he draws back his claws, there's an audio cue, and I'm dodging at the end of the cue, even though I'm, you know, I understand intellectually that's too early. Oh, I like the counterattack on the lance. It's just a straight up thunder punch to your throat. Oops. That guy got me last time, too. I will say one thing. Actually, it's just now occurring to me. This game does have one thing over Fallen Order, and I'm enjoying this a lot regardless, but I am noticing that there's one area in which it supersedes Fallen Order rather significantly, which is the fact that the enemies will follow you. The enemies aren't, as far as I can see, bound to a specific area where if they follow you too far, they sort of lose interest and turn around. In this game, they will follow you to the pits of hell. Okay, that's me dodging too late. I think that's the, I think that we can now do a second upgrade. I'm sure somebody has, like, crunched the numbers and found a way to, like, really min-max your upgrades by dumping everything into the whip or, you know, everything into the lance and, like, oh, this is the best thing, and, you know, you can trivialize certain boss fights. For me, I like to experiment, use all my different tools. I really want to go down there and fight those guys. I'm just sort of trying to think, is there going to be a way back up? Arcane Shard. Do we... I don't know what that is. It feels like a consumable, but if it's not a Havoc Shard, and it's not a Health Shard, and it's not a Wrath Shard, I don't know what... Oh, it must improve the amount of Arcane ability that you have. I have been up here before, I think. This looks very familiar to me. One of the reasons that I might want to just look around a bit is that on the way here, there were a whole bunch of, like, spider-web closed doorways and stuff that now she'll be able to get through with the power of her flame core. No, that's fine. Another thing that came up in Patikin's stream earlier is that both Mia and Chivalry are feeling somewhat under the weather tonight, and I just, you know, sort of expressed it in chat before, but will express it here as well. I hope that that continues to get better. Kind of want to go down there and fight those guys, but I'm on the lookout for any weird spiderwebby doors that we can open up that we couldn't get to before. Can you do a high jump in the, Oh, wait. Oh, you know what you can do? You know what we can do with this? Hold on. You can, I'd bet anything... Okay, I'm not going to bet anything. I would bet that, this is how you use the flame... Not the flame tunnels, the wind tunnels. Remember those? Remember how we've seen those around? Like, the updrafts? I bet that's how you do that. She really is Storm from X-Men. Okay, what a great time to get a healing item. Okay, that was a significant backtrack, and I did not find any of the previously unexplored tunnels that I was looking for, so let's feed Vulgrim a few souls. Might as well feed them all. And quickly do an upgrade to Arcane. Okay.
What would you ask? Please take your time.
And yeah, I think I can do another upgrade to the weapons. Yeah, so Mia's mentioning in chat that she's on a house sit right now. I've been, I believe, to the location where she's house sitting, and she is not kidding when she says that it is a gorgeous location. She's a very well-established house sitter in the area, and get some of the really nice area locations from her experience. I want to upgrade a weapon. Yeah.
Anything that is possible. Interesting.
And I don't think I got anything else to upgrade here just yet. No, okay.
Interesting. That's some blessings to you, Fury.
Yeah, earlier, in the last episode, when Brave was saying, "Oh, you can."
Please take your time.
Okay, I think this is indicating that this is the closest thing to my location. When Brave was saying, "Oh, you have the option to toggle off the flame hair," I was like, "Well, why would you want to do that?" But now it's occurring to me because you get different special attacks with each of them. Oh, this is not where I wanted to be. Okay. Well, I guess it was showing me where I've come from. So let's go to Serpent Holes. And, well, we could go all the way back to the Atrium of Greed, but that was sort of kicking us out. This is where I am. Well, I guess we'll go back here and work our way forward again. This feels to me the way that people describe the Dark Souls games, where all of the areas of the map are interconnected, and but you sort of are unlocking shortcuts. In this case, it's both shortcuts and actual straight up fast travel stations to revisit areas of the world. But I lay no claim to being able to remember how one area connects to another. I will say this of Deep Rock Galactic, something that I brought up briefly before. Everyone that I know who has tried it has really enjoyed it. Like, it's one of those things where, I've wanted to try it, not enough to recommend to friends, like, hey, throw down like $40 or whatever it is to buy new. But for a free weekend, yeah, it's a great opportunity, I think. Okay, and this is where we were. Oh, and look right there. Look what's there. It's a spiderweb door. I wonder if I have enough float power to get over there with my storm power. You know what? Let's give it a try. Nope. I wonder how many times the X-Man Storm fell to her death before she figured out how far she could fly. That counterattack, that Thunder Punch, is great. Oh, I didn't actually need to do that second one. Okay, this is feeling a little bit like another backtrack, but I do want to see what's over here. Oh, maybe I haven't been here. I don't remember a weird sectopod thing. Or this. That, I was trying to jump out of there because that horrific monster was right there, but no such luck. Dying, I feel like I can handle. It's the dying with all... No! Okay, almost fell. With all of the healing items still intact. That's where it's disappointing, because it's like, boy, if only I could have just gotten myself a little bit away. Where is it telling me to go? Here. Here. Another game that's on sale right now is one that we had talked to Papalotko about in an earlier episode. Anno 2205. Now, I think it's only the base game, but Anno 2205 is on sale for $10, which it's not as cheap as it's ever been, but it is a very, very good price for that game. The thing about 2205, and I would say this very strongly, it is a... Is this... You know what, I spent all my souls. I don't really care about getting back to where I'd been. Although I think this is where I'd been. What I was going to say is that Anno 2205 benefits greatly from its DLC packs. I would consider them to be as important as, like, the War of the Chosen expansion for XCOM 2 or the expansion packs for Baldur's Gate and Baldur's Gate 2. It just adds so much. Boy, I really, really... I think the arc counterpunch also arcs... Sorry, I think the lightning counterpunch also arcs to a nearby enemy, which is all the more reason why it's great. I'm very close to using another healing item, but I feel like we can take maybe one more hit. That was probably the one. This area I've definitely been to. So one thing that I'm learning is that you can't switch forms in mid-combo. There does have to be a break where you can take an act. So if you're in the middle of a combat animation, there's no... Ow. I wonder if sort of tracing back through this area is supposed to make the player feel more powerful, because they've, by this time, surely gotten more comfortable with the mechanics and better at upgrading their equipment. Nope. Please don't die. Please don't die to giant sand crabs. Oh. I'd really like to describe one of the house sits that Mia's been to, but it is such a specific location that I think that to go into it in any sort of detail would potentially give away a lot more than intended. But suffice it to say that she's been to some areas with some real exotic architecture and next to some notable features. I'll say that much. Also some really interesting internal decorations. It's always an interesting experience to hear tales of what people have in there, like their main decor, things that are on display for guests as conversation pieces. I need you to do something. I think that guy's got me every time. Every single time I've been through this area. I never remember that he's here. I just got an achievement for something. Devils in the Dark, I guess. The achievement icon had a 666 on it, so I'm wondering if I've killed 666 enemies total. When I'm down on lives, I really should be... Okay, now how do I get up to that guy without taking damage in the process? Maybe doing a flame jump will help. There we go. That went okay. So there was a horror reviewer on YouTube that I've enjoyed his work for a while, but one thing that I came to notice is it's an interesting thing to discuss, because on the occasion that this reviewer has ever broken character, he seems like a very thoughtful and reasonable person. He cares a lot about horror, but he also, it's not the only thing that he cares about in life. And as far as I can tell, broadly speaking, the things that he considers worthy of social consideration are things that I would agree with. And yet, in watching his videos, it's very difficult not to notice how frequently he uses bitch as a synonym for woman. And it could be argued that maybe that's the character that he's playing, but boy, does that wear thin pretty quickly, which brings me around to a different horror channel that I've been watching a couple of things that he's done. Now, we live in an era where anyone can be a milkshake duck. So I am not endorsing this person. I'm simply saying that I've watched a few videos on the YouTube Scaredy Cats channel, and he seems pretty thoughtful. He's funny. I very much like, 'cause I checked out his Twitter. His Twitter account, which is not Scaredy Cats, because I'm sure that was thoroughly taken. I'm not gonna die to this fucking thing again! God damn it! Wow! Huh. I'm gonna go on a horseshoe crab extermination tour after this. Anyway, Scaredy Cats on YouTube. It is exactly the way that you would think it would be spelled. And among other things, he has a video up on who ruined zombies. And usually I'm not like really looking for, a video that's gonna bag on stuff and talk about how it's bad and, oh, this genre's dead. That style of video wears thin very, very quickly for me. But I had watched some of his other stuff. Hey, Patikin! How you doing? We were watching Patikin play some Assassin's Creed Odyssey earlier, and I think that it's worth noting. We're going to take a quick pause from my Scaredy Cats talk to say that Patikin encountered some really severe crashing problems in the second DLC pack for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So if somehow, now or in the future, you stumble upon this video, there's apparently a fix for it that Patikin was able to do some selective file surgery in his Assassin's Creed Odyssey game files to fix the crashing problem and has been able to make steady progress on the game now. So a fix does exist, and you can probably learn more if you check him out at twitch.tv/PETIEKEN. And Mia has already been good enough to put in the link right there. If anybody's coming over with Mia, with Patikin, there we go. If anybody's coming over with Patikin and isn't otherwise familiar with the channel, I am doing my best not to get rocked in Darksiders 3. This is episode 3, and I'm still not very good at it. But enjoying it quite a bit nonetheless. Should I take a healing item? No. What I should do is run over here and go up those stairs and kick the shit out of those horseshoe crabs. So Patikin is noting that the bug only happens on the AMD RX 55700 series of cards. And it's only the one area that he is in. It's basically the first area that you go to in the second DLC pack. I don't think the location itself is inherently a spoiler, but I will, leave it to say that Patikin has played hours and hours and hours and hours of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and never had a problem until entering the new area that is part of the DLC pack. So, for more information, check out twitch.tv/Patikin. Yeah, you can throw those spikes, sir, all you want. I'm going to come up there and whoop your butt, because I am not in the mood for your garbage right now. So yeah, Scaredy Cats. To give an overview on a video that I thought was particularly good, he has a video on what he thinks has been sort of to the detriment of the zombie genre in the last several years. I recommend it. It is not a needlessly negative video. It's thoughtful. It brought up some things that I hadn't really thought of, and even though I'm not sure that his go-to example was a movie that I have to say that I really liked, but a diversity of opinions, that's like the whole thing, right? I don't care if I don't need people to agree with me. What I want people to disagree is to be thoughtful in it, and that's exactly what this guy's doing. So on the Twitter feed, I gave him a quick shout-out. I don't know if he's checking Twitter anymore, but I would recommend him over at the YouTube channel Scaredy Cats. So far, I've watched 3 or 4 videos of his, and they have been interesting and I also like the fact that he's owned up to a couple, like, just mistakes that he made. He was, you know, he said a couple things early on that turned out to be just factually incorrect, and he owned it immediately. He's like, yeah, I made a bad assumption about that movie. But Tegan's saying that he thinks he's almost done with that first area of the second DLC. The first area of the second DLC of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Now in this game, Patikan, I've learned how to be Storm from X-Men, and she can do this, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, so new mobility abilities. With the Flame Core, you can do this, which is nice. But with the Lightning Core, which we just picked up, you can do this, which is sort of a Princess Peach style floaty jump. I'm so looking forward to, I hope Brave stops by at least once more at some point, just so I can show him that I finally figured out what he was talking about with the, you know, switching different forms. I am 100% going the wrong way. So, interestingly, the skull is sort of pointing in the middle of this room. So let's see if we can figure out what it's trying to... Oh, no, it just wants me to go this way. Got it. You know something? You know what's making me really embarrassed right now? This is where I came and I said, oh, I've gone too far off the beaten path, and then turned around and fast traveled all the goddamn way back. I'm so sorry, everyone. I thought that I was just exploring randomly and wasting time. Boy, I do not know if the Lightning Lance is more effective against the monsters that live in the water, but it sure feels nice and punchy. Yeah, I came here and then I went all the way back like a big... I was not paying attention to what the skull was saying.
This will be fun for both of us.
Now, it'll be a lot more fun, Fulgrim, once I can get just a handful more souls and get that next level. Now the question is, the skull is on my compass, kind of pointing in this-ish direction. What are you trying to tell me, skull? Oops. Ah, okay. I'm glad I was paying attention to the skull this time, because I forgot that there was a vent here, if I ever even knew. Another video that Scaredy Cats did, he did retrospectives on two movies that I really enjoy. One is, it's Wishmaster 1 and 2. And it is a qualified enjoy. The thing about the Wishmaster movies, both of them, 1 and 2 specifically, that are so good, is that, as he correctly points out in his video, the villain, the Djinn in Wishmaster, is played by an actor named Andrew Devoff. And I have always remembered that because Wishmaster is basically the story of Andrew Devoff getting to be in a movie. He is having so much fun in those movies. It is difficult to imagine what a Wishmaster movie would be like without him, is what I would say, if not for the fact that Wishmaster 3 did not have him. And it is not good. It's very, very bad. Andrew Devoff is to the Djinn of Wishmaster what Robert Englund is to Freddy Krueger, and that is not an exaggeration. The Djinn may not be as iconic, but it is 100% his character. He just throws 100% of himself into that role, and he's a lot of fun to watch in it. The one thing I'm still not doing that Bravehead specifically recommended is using the Fury attack more. I guess part of it... Ow. So I didn't counterattack there because I pressed Y, and I don't have any Y equipped. In my head, A, I don't think of doing the Fury attack, and B, there's a part of me that wants to get as comfortable as possible defeating the enemies using the basic attacks, because then using the super abilities will just further... They'll just be an added bonus on top of that. If I can get good enough to defeat the enemies on, like, the most basic terms, then hitting them with the real heavy hitters as necessary will be like, oh, that works well and it's easy to do. You know, I could have just fast traveled here if somebody had pointed out that that's where I was headed, but, you know, it's all good. Vulgrim. I don't think I have enough to upgrade yet, but...
What would you add? This will be
nope. We're gonna go find a very small number of souls and then see if we can do that.
Sure they scream, horseman.
He's been streaming, but I feel like it's been a million years since I got to watch one of Haseo's streams. He's a streamer that we enjoy a whole lot. He streams at Haseoryu, but you can find a link to his channel and Patikins and Diesel Jones and More Than a Mia, many others, right at the bottom of the video that you might be watching here. What is happening? Why? That's a new enemy. I did not see him coming, and then when I saw him, I thought it was a cloud of insects. Okay, this is new. Okay. RB to dash underwater. Ooh, that feels good. We've never swam before, so that's a new experience. Yeah, Haseo, I keep seeing, like, oh, here's a new video from Haseo, and, like, really struggling to be able to watch it in the way that I want. I want to see if I can do anything with these blue walls yet. No. Although, in a nice touch, although her flame hair is doused by the water, her electricity hair has no effect. So it's not just that it deactivates your power to be in water. I love that attention to detail in games like this. Oh, I really thought that was going to kill him. Okay, I think I'm learning something. I died, which is frustrating, and I'm going to break my controller in half, but I actually learned something really important there. I think the Flame Core Wrath ability, where she lights herself on fire, I think that's specifically for groups of enemies, because I'm noticing that just being near him was causing him small amounts, at least, of flame damage. Is this where I was going? I think it is. Whereas the the normal, quote-unquote, the unmodified Fury attack seems to be a lot more effective at sort of dishing out massive damage, again, against a potentially group of enemies, but it's a one-off, so it may be a little bit more useful against bosses and tough monsters. Okay, I gotta say, this cloak is pretty effective at not allowing me to know how far away he is. Also, you can't lock on when he's in cloaky mode. I'm gonna try to take down some of the small guys before I tackle the biggie. Okay, I think I can take one hit from this guy before I use a healing item. I guess it depends on which hit it is. Okay, I really gotta stop being so careful with my healing items. One of the things that me and I have discussed off stream is, you know, I do not believe in the idea of the good gamer, a good gamer versus a bad gamer, or at least not in the way that people like to try to define it. As far as I'm concerned, a good gamer is simply someone who had the wherewithal to make their mistakes off stream and then go on stream and act like they'd always been good. Everybody makes mistakes and everybody learns, some faster than others. Some people are naturally good and good for them. But the idea that, like, there's sort of a gatekeeper initiate to say, this is a good gamer, this is someone who's worthy of being watched versus not. No, I think that's a lot of nonsense. So I do not mind getting stomped here and there. Okay, we've never seen this before. I kind of like it. I wound up being dead, but it looks like, if I were to guess, that Fury ability is going to be really good against large, slow enemies, because the whirlwinds converge on a target, and as long as the target doesn't move, just do continuous damage. So, again, learning how all of this works. Something bad has happened. Are we still live? So what's interesting is that the game, like, there's still an animation on the screen, even though it's crashed. Still live. Okay, yes, we have confirmation from Mia. This is interesting. Okay. What's even more interesting is that I can pause the game, and now we're back. Who knows? Okay, come here, you invisible bastard. Yeah, it's a point of interest to me that the Wrath abilities, or not Wrath, the Fury attacks are not interchangeable. That they are going to be better or worse in certain circumstances, or at least that's the sense that I'm getting. Like right now, I need one that. I came down here specifically because I wanted those souls. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, the total souls just went from 200 to 1,800. And... I am trying to heal, I swear to God. Run! Run faster than that. Right. Okay, it's fine. I love the funeral aria that we're getting in the background. The game already knows what's up. Ooh, okay. On the whole, I feel like this game is very, very well optimized, but we did have, near the end of episode 2, a full system crash, bounced straight all the way out to the desktop. And now here we had that sort of general pause, returning to an area that I've been to multiple times. So this is the way out, and since I am a glutton for punishment, I'm not going out. I want to kill this guy, and it's not just a matter of pride. It's mostly pride, but I want the thing behind him and also whatever he's going to drop, because that seems to be where a lot of the important crafting materials come from. So one issue is that when those whirlwinds are going to town on him, I just cannot see his attack animations. Come here. Come on. That was too early. Nope. God damn it. Okay, well, I mean, at least he's going to be right there. Like, he's pretty close to where we're spawning. We're going to be able to get those souls real easy. I thought I had him that time, but boy, he hauls off and just gets a couple hits in. It is still on the table. I don't feel like I've hit any real blockades yet, but because the game does allow to change difficulties partway through, I forgot to mention earlier that I do consider it to be on the table to adjust the difficulty down to normal. It's a right that I've always invoked, but never actually exercised. Mostly because the thing I mentioned earlier about the pride. Boy, he really hates those things. Son, look how much lives that took off. Just the one hit. There we go. Okay, now we finally get to see what's behind him. Medium lurcher cluster, which reminds me, I really need to turn in some of my lurcher clusters. I'm probably carrying around several, maybe not several, at least a few thousand souls. I just want to see what's over here. I'm pretty sure I've gotten everything up on the cliffs, at least everything that I've seen. So, yeah, it's, you know, effective against groups, but groups are still effective against me, so it kind of evens out. Okay. We're rocking 2,700 souls right around now. Okay, so there is something still up there. There is a core of some kind, some sort of cluster. Okay, small cluster is still a cluster. I'll take it. Interesting. I'm thinking about it now. I think I was much more ready to use my healing items in Jedi Fallen Order than in this. Partially because I always felt like I had a good sense of how far away I was from another meditation point. And in Fallen Order, you would recover your healing items by meditating at a specific point. And you always had the option to go back if you needed to. So in this, the only way that I've seen to reliably get all of your healing items back is to die. So I guess I'm just a little bit more gun shy because I'd rather not die. For some reason... Oh, that guy's gonna kick the shit out of me. Okay, I'm still experimenting to see if there's any way to turn off the immolation, and I cannot find it. Once you are on fire, that's it. I don't have any healing items. God, I want to kill that thing. You know something? Wait, what happened? Where'd you go? He dropped nothing. Well, I guess I get whatever this was. Okay. Oh, that was worth it. I'll take it back. My brief disappointment is sated by the fact that I got a crafting material to upgrade one of my items. Okay, it looks like I can go down that alleyway or up and over here. And since the skull is pointing the other direction, I want to see what's over here. Okay, crafting material. And I think this is where I was, but I just want to see. This is where that big guy was, yes? Yes. Okay, so we came down the opposite way. Got it. I'm going to turn in all of these souls.
What would you... This will be fun for both of us.
2 levels. We're level
As you
18.
wish.
Okay, so I'm going to leave here and spend those points.
Do make sure they scream, horseman.
All right, let me just see if there's anything else in this area. Like, see all those clusters down there? Wow! I was, honest to God, trying to get enough distance to use my healing item. But that's okay. We're going to respawn 8 feet away and then go make that same mistake a second time. Insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results, but Fury is doing the same thing and achieving different results. Yeah, so I sort of, mentioned this briefly before, but in Fallen Order, you could sort of kite an enemy far enough that their AI would turn off, and then they would turn and sort of, they'd either drop dead on the spot, which was always a little bit unintentionally hilarious, or they would sort of lose interest in the fight, put their weapon down, like just lower their weapon, and attempt to walk back to whatever their zone of activation was. In this game, as far as I've seen, if an enemy notices Fury, they will just follow her as far as it takes to get into combat, or until they physically cannot follow her anymore. I've not seen one single guy say, oh, she walked, 15 feet too far, and now I can't navigate that way. Okay, I think I want to wake this guy up, but there's 2 of them. Do I think I can get just one of them? I think if I keep sufficient distance away from the second... No, he's awake! Okay, so what I'm going to do is maybe grab some of these items, and then come back to kill these guys once I have a full wrath bar. Okay. Jump! Okay. I'm not sure if they can follow. I'm going to assume that they can. Oh, on the very first instant that I thought I might get away. That's okay. She's going to respawn with all of her... all the items that we picked up. So I actually lose nothing except, again, the time to come back here, chain whip, tucked sheepishly between my legs. It's interesting that if there's one of those, like, soul clouds in the area, any souls that come out actually go to that rather than coming to Fury. It, like, further increases the value of that thing. Oh, hello. Alright, whatever's back there... Actually, we can see that it's a prize. We cannot get there from here, and I'm not jumping down there again. Full wrath bar or nothing for those guys. I figure we lure 2 of them, both of them into close proximity, and then and then Wrath out and try to do as much damage to the both of them as possible. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Oh, crap. There's more of them. This relatively small area is really densely packed with both guys and items that I want to have. Hey, beat that one without using the, whatever it's called. So, there are civilians back here, but I do not have anti-purple rock technology just yet, so I don't think there's anything I can do about that. Said, let's take a look. Okay, we've got a crawly space. Not over here. I don't want to use a healing item, but I'd kind of more like to earn a healing item.
A demon! Please, save me.
So, if I don't have the flame hair, do you think that he would still identify her as a demon? Is that because she's sort of an embodiment of fire? She's an Ifrit right now? Next time there's a human around, I'm going to switch to lightning mode and see what he thinks about that. Okay, there's going to be enemies in here. There's no way that's not guarded. Yep, okay, I can see a predator over there. Okay, if that guy hits me, I'm going to get dead. So I'm going to use small healing shard. Nope. Okay, maybe I can survive this now. If anybody ever wonders why I'm smashing the trash, it's because somewhat randomly there are items in the trash. Doesn't seem to be common, but it's just common enough that you are leaving supplies on the table if you don't go after those. Okay, and that takes us back out to here. We're under 1,000 souls, so I think I might try to make my way back to Vulgrim, who I believe is down here and just on the right.
What would this will be as you wish?
Okay, let's see what's through the hole. One thing I enjoy about the design of both this and the first Darksiders is the intermix of really alien-looking, like demonic corruption, the flourishing of new life in a world that has been sort of purged of humankind, and you can see signs of nature starting to reclaim it. Ow! And then the just the mundane reminders that there was a human civilization here not all that long ago. Like here, this appears to be some sort of a cafeteria. Yeah, you can see some shelving over here. Oh, grocery store. Yep, this is where all the produce would have been. Okay, so what I need is a bug to eat that purple goo. And what will be interesting is to learn what the purple goo does. Because, oh, you know what the purple goo is going to do? Purple goo is going to open up the purple rock doors. That is my prediction. Wait, this is where the bugs would usually come out. Why do we have no bugs? They usually come out of that tree. Or that style of tree. Maybe we have to do something to wake him up. I'm gonna go run over here. Or maybe they don't come out until after you do, like, the next thing. An intentional gate.
That seems important.
A little ostentatious, if you ask me.
For once, we agree.
Patikin says maybe they fixed the bugs. Well, I feel like we've encountered enough so far. Oh.
What is it?
Something about this place.
Oh, you wish to repent for your sins?
I will not waver to cleave the Watcher head from your Watcher body.
Less sarcasm. Noted, mistress.
Shield your eyes!
Right. What is that?
Well, well, well. Imagine my disappointment. To think that this is the best the Council has to offer. Of the fabled Four Horsemen, they send the lowliest, the most pathetic of all.
Pride, charming as ever. I've come for you.
Oh, really? As if you'd know what to do with me if you could have me. Please, spare me.
Are you not one of the great seven deadly? Fight me instead of cowering, you pompous, pathetic
Your
excuse!
taunts are a waste of breath, horseman. No more an annoyance than the buzzing of a fly. Beneath my notice, like everything else in the Creator's grand experiment, even the greatest treasures of heaven and hell pale beneath my light. Scurry back to the hole you were born from. Perhaps when I am the only sin left on this sad little rock, you will be worthy of an audience with me.
When I'm done, there will be no sins left standing.
So you say. Considering your current state, I find it highly unlikely that we'll ever meet again. But by the rare chance you do earn my favor, find me in Ares. Though I highly doubt a creature such as yourself would be welcome in a place so refined. I encourage you to surprise me, horseman. Until that time...
What an insufferable creature.
So this is awesome. Yeah, I like the way that looks a whole lot. And if any of this deadly sins were going to show up and sort of like snidely explain to you exactly where they're going to be and how to defeat them, I do like the fact that it's pride. That's a nice touch. Oh, let's unlock this for sure. So I want to look inside the church, but this seems like a semi-hidden, not really hidden, but obscured area that doesn't stand out by design. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Volgrim's right over the bus. Whoops, that's... no. Yeah, that attack arcs to multiple enemies. That's a nice lightning ability. You know what? Since I'm thinking about it right this moment, I am gonna go sell some of those lurcher clusters? Lurkers? No, I don't remember what it says. We're gonna go to... oh yeah, God, look how many we've been picking up. Okay, so here's the Luminous Visage. Shattered again an attribute point. I should have done that a long time ago. You know what I should have done? I'm so dumb. I should have... because now the next attribute point is going to cost more. I should have turned in all the shards and then shattered that. That's why you don't want to break it immediately. Because every attribute point costs more souls than the one before. I get it. Okay.
Created this.
Yeah, we picked up 18,000 souls from that. Okay, I've been fighting with one stiletto behind my back. I think Fury's going to be a lot better off now. 5 points, so... and then, yeah, I'd say health. Okay, so we've been down there. I want to look inside the church. I also want to look past the tear. Clearly, we're going to go through the tear. Although, actually...
I will never understand their attachment to such things.
Mistress.
They cling so desperately to this iconography. The symbolism of heaven and hell.
They?
Humanity. For thousands of years, they held the fruit of creation in their hands, but ignored it to squabble over totems and fables. Whatever the Creator saw in them.
I'm gonna go upgrade the weapon pretty soon, too. I must have a bunch of pieces for it. You know something? She has full wrath bar. If I can find my way back to that previous area, I might go downstairs and introduce those two big guys that were in close proximity. Give them a little bit of introductory wrathinating. So this looks like an area up to and including like a wind tunnel there that I'd like to interact with her floaty ability, but very, very far down. Okay, let me go see if I can go get those two big guys. Where was Vulgrim? Does anybody remember? There he is.
What would you ask of the... Please, take your time.
Why on earth would it be pointing me there? Hatchling cesspool. No, I definitely don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. Where? It might be here, north end. Yes, okay. Because it's these two guys down here that I want to fight. But I want to make sure that nobody else joins the battle uninvited. Okay. Nope. Let me get that guy over there. Alright, and I'm not going to mess around. We're going to go straight up healing item and get ready to do that Havoc form. More dodge. Okay. That worked out exactly the way that I wanted to. And now we can see whatever they were guarding. I do see a little tunnel over there. Yeah. Let's go find out what this is about. And not something that I can touch yet. At least not that I've been able to find. I'm going to guess that her third power is going to be blue icy ability, and that's going to allow her to run up those walls for some reason. The how any of these powers work is never really going to be the top story. It's just like, oh, cool, that's a new thing I get to do. So, now we're going to go back to where I was. Because now I think I've done everything except go through that tear in reality. Yep, everything else that I can think of to explore has been explored, except possibly down there. But if I jump down there, I don't know how I'll ever get back up. So let's go see what this is about. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't just lead up to where Pride explicitly said she's not going to fight and I can't actually damage her.
Run along, horseman. This is no place for you.
Huh, okay. That's exactly what it is. Okay, I will have to find a different Pride to fight. Or, Sin. Polygon had an interesting article up. I didn't want to read too much about it, but they referenced a television or a series that is reportedly on Netflix named I'm Not Okay With, or something like that. I'm not okay with this. It's something like that. And the very, very like top level synopsis that they had up sounded interesting. It was not something that I'd heard of before that article. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't gonna waste a consumable healing item on that, and I was all out of Nephilim's Respite. I have, complicated feelings about our streaming future in which, all of our entertainment is going to be spread across a dozen or more different services with their own subscription plans and different mechanisms for being able to watch them, and content that comes and goes sometimes without very much notice. But one thing that is nice... Oh, okay, I have no idea how to fight these things yet. Oh, okay, you hit them. You hit them with your weapon, and that's how you hit them. I do like the fact that, like, we have things like Netflix and Hulu to do projects that I don't feel ever would have been picked up by, like, traditional television. I might have killed the bug, but there is a bug here now, where there was not one before. I guess we did have to go and encounter Pride for the bug to come out of its shell, and now we can feed it this purple goo. And I'm willing to bet... Okay, I want to do over because I hit some metal sheeting, not the actual item. A bug. Because that purple wall, that is the only thing in range. There we go. I feel I'm going to have a hard time with this guy. Yeah. Yep. Okay, Patikin, thank you very much for hanging out. Enjoy your evening. Thank you very much for the lurk. I'm probably not going to be going too much later. Oh boy, where was I? But thank you for hanging out, and also thank you for the very fun Assassin's Creed Odyssey stream earlier today. If anybody here did not come over with Patikin, he is doing a 100% playthrough of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It is a big endeavor, and there are few games that I think are more worthy of that level of effort than Odyssey. So you can catch him at twitch.tv/Patikin. Mia has done some shout-outs earlier. Petiken. As long as I'm sort of, thinking about a good opportunity to wrap things up, I want to make a little bit more progress if possible. I will toss out a plug for twitch.tv/Tashir Games. That's TASHERRE Games. He has recently finished... Oh, there's somebody behind me. Oh, I thought there was somebody behind me. Well, I think there's somebody inside that statue, isn't there? Yep, you didn't get me that time. Tashir Games just finished up a full-length playthrough of the original BioShock, which he had never played before. Hold on, I'm pretty sure that there's other jerkwads in here, so I'm going to just toss that guy over there and smash these things from a respectful and hopefully lethal distance. Okay, and actually I don't need the bug because this is still smashed open. So, one thing I do know is that with my current level of lives, this guy is a one-hit killer, so feels a bit like a waste. Also, normally you can shout out Sunny Panda pretty easily by just mentioning all the great Monster Hunter World content, but today he did something entirely different. He played through a sort of narrative-based puzzle game, sort of a action platformer puzzle-style game called... Oh gosh, I'd never heard of it before I watched him stream it. I had it on during my commute home, so I was watching this solo. You didn't see it, did you? No. It was like, well, Mia might do the shout out because, yeah, My Memory of Us, which was narrated by Patrick Stewart. That man needs more voice work. He's very, very good at it, if you didn't know. Yeah. It was a fascinating game. I had never heard of it before. I didn't get to watch very much of it because, of course, I'm driving. So, by much of it, I mean any of it. But just sort of listening to him talk it through and then arriving home. He finished the whole game, so you could see as much of it as you choose to. But it turns out that he is a streamer of a great many talents. It's not just Monster Hunter World and Planet Zoo, but he can turn sort of a puzzly platformer game into a good time as well. No surprise, but always nice to see. I'm not sure what the purpose of this room is. There's nothing in it. Maybe it fills up with water later. Now that we know that there's swimming mechanics, because we encountered those briefly, it wouldn't surprise me if we're going to see some levels that fill or drain with water. I'm following the skull again now. Turns out, apparently, that nothing I did down there was... Okay, another purple door here, but no bugs. Hey, Bron. Bron saying that he has 5.9 thousand, so I guess 5,900 channel points. He's not sure what to do with it. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not sure that I know what to do with them yet either. We could start having channel point redemptions for make me do something dumb in Darksiders 3 until I die, but I do plenty of that on my own. Okay, I'm not too upset about that death. I am trying to follow the skull down and figure out where it's trying to lead me. I feel like I went to a significant length to meet Pride, and then she was too haughty to speak to me. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Bron. I've been streaming this for a little bit, and for the first time in about 3 days, I'm slightly hungry. So we'll probably go do some dinner-related activities next. Jeez. I was deliberately waiting for the attack animation so I could dodge, and still... Usually when wrapping up, I like to have, like, a very clear sense of, like, okay, this is the passageway to go down. And I guess technically we do have that with, like, the skull pointing the way, but I wouldn't mind having, like, this is definitely the next objective. I pressed up 4 or 5 times there, but was locked in, oh god, no, animation. Oh man, what was it that, He Who was saying earlier? Yeah, He Who Dies, I should throw out a plug for him. Around the same time that we started this, he had just jumped in to play some Assassin's Creed Origins. That is the precursor to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, even though it takes place chronologically a little bit later in terms of its time period. And apparently he was having some difficulty getting it up and running, but got that solved and was doing a stream of that. Before he headed out, though, he was classifying things with a brand new sort of superlative that Mia was enjoying, where, you know, is it bad, meh, or oh god, wow, I think was the third one. Okay, I can't dodge. Someday I'll make it through this decrepit old grocery store without having to spend all my healing items on it. Yeah, bug. Unfortunately, that doesn't help us. We went down that way. Oh gosh. I thought they had me that time, to be blunt. Brown is very enthusiastic about the make me do something dumb and die. But you may already be seeing that, oh god, it's not like any of my lives are long for this world. I talked very briefly at the very beginning about the Stellaris expansion pack is coming out soon, and okay. Oh no, they kicked me into the monster pit. Oh, it's just ruination now. There's too many of them. Sidestep my grab. I cannot believe I survived that. I was watching the Wrath meter to see if I'd be able to, like, scope out and be my best Fury, but By the way, those guys down there are definitely going to throw rocks at me. Okay, let's bank these souls, because holy hell. Bronbron has a great idea. He's going to save up his points so that when I finally get good at it, then he can enjoy them the most.
This will be fun for both of us.
That's very good. I like that.
As you wish. Farewell.
Okay, gosh, I'm really tempted to do health because so many of these guys, it's such a like powerhouse hit, but if I don't keep up with output, if I don't keep up with damage, then all the health in the world isn't going to help me. I thought there were more of them than that. Oh, there they are. Thank you, Bron. He says after the fight that he watched, he doesn't think it'll be that long until I'm good enough to troll. That's a very funny idea. Like Sunny Panda has some channel reward points like that, which is like make him do a hunt naked. Not naked on stream, but in terms of like his character won't have any armor or anything. I'm not sure if he has to like do it without a good weapon or whatever. So I really want to throw Fury into one of those things, because I'm willing to bet. I'm betting that her floaty power is gonna. Yep. Okay, this is clearly not where I'm meant to go with this, but yeah, I was supposed to go over there. Have I been down here though? Also, as long as we're doing shoutouts, twitch.tv/morethanamia mentioned earlier that she is gearing up to do the final episode of... I've not been in here, or at least if I was, I left some stuff on the table. She's getting ready to do the final episode of Alan Wake. Oh, man, I want to fight these things, but I don't have enough healing to survive the encounter. Go away from here. And when she's not doing Alan Wake, she has been playing... Crap. So, I can't quite get close enough to that thing without taking any damage, so I'm just going to wait until I can use one more healing shard. Yeah, so when she's not using, when she's not playing Alan Wake, she has been playing some Human Fall Flat lately. As well as some Graveyard Keeper, so I really want that shard or whatever it is. Oh, I don't think I can survive this. I don't remember where the closest Vulgrim was. I feel like I'm gonna be very dead in a second. Yep. Nope, it's fine. Run! Okay, well hopefully I can remember where we were. Me saying, oh, I've been playing crap, have I? Graveyard Keeper is the other one. Yeah, Alan Wake, Graveyard Keeper, Human Fall Flat, although I believe that as of the last Human Fall Flat stream, she is graduating to I Am Bread, which may or may not have been made by the same people who did Goat Simulator. I actually don't remember. What's interesting to me is that the people who did Goat Simulator are the people who are making Satisfactory, which I am really looking forward to playing after it is out of early access. Sean, H-Bomber Guy, a few other folks have been streaming. I think even McMaster did a stream of Satisfactory, but that was before the latest content drop. I am so interested in that game, but I rarely, if ever, play early access games. Nope, that's not where I wanted to be. Come on. So, the big guy might be able to take on his own, but his buddy over there is really going to give me a hard time. See if I can possibly draw him out or engage with him without the big guy. There we go. Okay. Oh, so Brown Brown's going to be at a hockey game tomorrow. So Brown Brown, for what it's worth, all of Mia's archives, all of Mia's videos, just like ours here, are archived. So if you do miss the episode, you will be able to catch up by clicking on her videos tab. She also has a YouTube channel that you can check out. No! It's okay. Okay, now we get to see what's actually down here. Why did we do all of this? Possibly for no reason, because we do have a large pile of purple rocks that we cannot smash open. And yes, that is everything that's down here. So we're coming out with 715 souls, and most of the Wrath Bar gone. But I didn't have to use all my Fury points or whatever it is. I'm sort of using Wrath, Fury, and so forth interchangeably. I use my special attack, but not my ultimate mode. Yes, Brown, you can find More Than Amia's YouTube channel, where I believe all of her Twitch videos wind up if you head over to YouTube and do a search for More Than Amia. In the early days, it wasn't showing up very well in the sort of search results, but that did actually get itself worked out. I'm not sure that I, like, checked back in with Mia after that, but I'd expressed my surprise and consternation that a name as unique as More Than Amia was not showing up in Twitch when you went to search for it, and instead it was getting confused with More Than Mania. It's like YouTube was doing a really asinine autocorrect, but the last couple times that I've gone looking for it, it actually does show up the way that you would expect it to, so that is good all around. I want to go back to Vulgrim and bank these souls.
What would you ask? This will be fun as you wish. Farewell for now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see the earlier question. Yeah, Bron. Mia got to it first, but just a little bit past 8:30. This is not a very interesting story, but last, I think it was yesterday for lunch, I went with some coworkers for Mexican, and I'm not sure if I simply ordered too much food or if there was something just a touch off about it, but I felt real bad all day yesterday, which includes yesterday's stream. Not as bad as I feel right at this particular moment for taking that club to the face, but yeah, tonight, for the first time in about 36 hours, I'm feeling at least a little bit hungry, so I'll probably go in for some oatmeal and a nice piece of single buttered toast. Plain yogurt. The thing about the way that this game is structured is, I die sometimes, and by sometimes I mean a whole lot, but due to the fact that, like, collectibles are always collected whether you die or not, and you're never that far from the fulcrum, and almost every step of advancement is recorded in some way. Like, everything makes it easier to get back to where you were. Every door that's opened, every switch that's thrown, every barricade that's blown up, you're just that much closer, so it always feels like I'm making forward progress, even when I'm set back, you know, a short distance here. It's similar to a friend of mine that I've mentioned before. I've been playing through, albeit very, very slowly, Persona 4 with a friend of mine who goes by HW. None of that is streamed, but one of the points that I made to him in gearing up to play it at all was when we were playing in Persona 3, I said, listen, wait, I don't want to be in here. Sorry, this is the complete wrong place. I said to him, there is going to be a time, at least once, when we are 45 minutes into this dungeon and we just die. You just do. That's the way the game works. So be prepared for it now, because it's going to feel frustrating, but you will have learned something and you'll be better prepared the next time that you go in. And that's kind of how this game is structured as well. Although at this time, it doesn't feel like I'm making a lot of progress against those folks. Bronbrun saying that's how... Oh, nice! Thank you for... Bronbrun just subscribed to Mia's YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a great repository for any live streams that you miss. She is almost invariably multi-streaming to YouTube as well, and therefore it's like automatically archived there in addition to here on Twitch. And speaking as a channel that is not doing the YouTube thing right now, it kind of feels like that's the way to go with the restreaming. Okay, I didn't come out of that quite as dead as I had expected. Chivalry's asking, so what did we learn? Well, I learned that I don't enjoy getting tossed off of cliffs. I learned that the tornadoes are pretty good at locking a guy down, but not very good at killing them. Yep, okay. And even when they're at half health, I still can't take them with any reliability. By the way, Chivalry, just because I don't know if you were nearby at the time, I'm sorry to hear that, like, allergies are kind of miserable at the moment. As I mentioned in Patikin's stream, I get allergies, but they're super random. like, for a little while, for a couple years, it felt like the pattern was in the fall. It's like, oh, okay, you know, ragweed or whatever. Jesus Christ. But then, like, it just stopped. I didn't get allergies for, like, a year and a half. And then the next time that I had any sort of allergic reaction, it was, like, at the very beginning of spring. And then that turned out to be really inconsistent as well. So, I'm apparently allergic to something that doesn't necessarily keep a strict seasonal schedule. And I had thought at the time it was ragweed, but maybe not. I really don't know how to handle this guy. Okay, I might as well use a healing potion, because when I go back up there, any glancing hit at that health is gonna get me dead. Oh, I'm out of healing. No, I wasn't out of healing. I pressed up and nothing happened. Boo to that. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So many thoughts have sort of crossed, and then I get distracted by, like, looking at that load screen. The thing that YouTube still super has over chat, or over Twitch rather, is the fact that you can organize things into a real playlist, which is something that Twitch is still suffering from. As previously discussed, last time that we looked at it, last time that I looked at it anyway, you could get to 25 videos on your playlist, but then in the collection it doesn't show properly. That was me pausing to take a healing item. Ron just found out that a knife of his came with scissors and tweezers. Yeah, some of those Swiss Army knives have hidden little things. I had a set once, a Swiss Army knife that had a little tab, and I didn't know that it was something that slid out until, sure enough, it turned out to be a set of tweezers. Tweezers on one side and toothpick on another. This fight may be the last one of the evening. You know, I can run past them, or at least try to, but if I can't learn to beat these guys now, I'm sure as heck not going to be able to beat them when they're flanked by 7 deadly sin. Oh my god. The issue, what's happening here, and I think it's probably obvious for people who are watching, Fury has a dodge and then a dodge recovery. The dodge itself doesn't have a large number of iframes, and even on her counterattack, she can potentially get hit by the other guy. The two guys that are here have a couple wind-up attacks that I am currently having some difficulty predicting the exact dodge window, but even when I can, if I dodge one, the other one is still there to wind up and get me. It does feel like an encounter that's intended to teach something about, you know, the combat system, but so far I am mystified. Like that. Got hit by one guy, went to dodge, but I was still in the sort of recovery animation from getting hit by the first, and it just doesn't go off. Nice. Chivalry has a Swiss Army knife with a USB memory stick built into it. That sounds simultaneously like something that makes all the sense in the world, but I've never heard of before. I still remember the first time I saw one of those, like, jewel cartridges on the ground and was completely mystified as to what it was, because I couldn't possibly be less interested in most forms of vaping for me. I was like, why is there 1/4 of a USB stick? I can't believe how much damage they do. Okay. I think I'm going to call it here. Again, it's not that I can't get past them if I, you know, just run past them or use my Fury Wrath attack, like Wrath mode that makes you invulnerable. And maybe that's the way to do it, but my reflexes are clearly suffering. I should be able to beat those two guys without relying on the crutch of an ultimate mode. So I'm going to call it here, and we are going to pick this up for the next episode. Hopefully with a fresh mind, fresh hands, fresh reflexes, and fresh places to go. We will find out what is on the other side of that wall and hopefully track down whoever the next deadly sin is. I do have to say, the game is moving relatively quickly. When you consider how often I have sort of died and spent some time exploring a small area, we're 3 deadly sins in now. So far we've seen envy, wrath, and greed or avarice go down. We've at least made the acquaintance of pride, although she's refusing to fight. We've met 4 out of the 7. I hope we're not too near the end. You know, I hope we're not, you know, getting too far into it, because I'm really enjoying this game so far. In any event, as previously mentioned, I hope that you guys will check out Patikin, Tashir Games, More Than a Mia, Chivalry, Haseo Ryu, Diesel Jones, Papulatko, JV McMaster, Mr. Binky, and so many more. Toxic. If you just scroll a little bit down on the channel, you will find some information on some of the things they've been playing most recently, as well as links directly to their channel. And we will see you tomorrow for some more Darksiders 3. Hopefully enough to lead into Mia's finale episode of Alan Wake. Until next time, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great night.